Okay, parents, the first 30 seconds of this video is for you because to us, the way we learn division, this makes no sense and seems fairly useless. But in reality, the way we learned division in school was to spit out an algorithm that we memorized by doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And then in the end, even when we memorized the algorithm, a lot of us didn't really understand what we were doing. We just knew how to run through the process. The way we're doing math now focuses on, do the kids know how the math works all together? Which is why when we do weird looking math like this, it's not necessarily like new math. It's just using different ways to get to the same answer so that hopefully kids understand how math works all together. So we're going to use multiplication, which is the inverse operation of division. Division kind of flipped backwards. And the distributive property to bust this division problem into its component pieces so that we can look at this division as multiplication, which most people are better at multiplication than division anyway. We're always better at building bigger groups than cutting something big into smaller groups. So I'm going to use the distributive property on this 6. That is to say, I don't know what this answer is yet. So I'm going to say, if I know in multiplication, I'm working towards the biggest number, and I know I'm going to use 6 as my distributed number, that is 6 times something added to 6 times something. I need to figure out what this number is and what this number is, so I can put the first number in my tens place and the second number in my ones place. We know we've got all of our parts covered. Our 6 is covered here, 144 is covered here. That way, because of the way multiplication and division works, because they're just the same numbers flip-flopped in a different way, we could be able to put these two blanks together and get our answer. Distributive property, multiplication, it's different than using that same long division algorithm of divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, but it should get us to the same place. And at the end, we'll check this using the old school divide, subtract, multiply, bring down method. So my tens column involves this 14. I need to know what times 6 is going to get me as close to this 14 as possible. And I know I'm going to need a 0 here because it's my tens column, not my ones column. So 6 times 1 is 6, or 6 times 10 is 60. That's only going to deal, I mean, that's not big enough to get me anywhere close to what I need to do, because what I really want to do is add my pieces up to get to this number. 60 is not going to do the trick, but 20 will, because 20 times 6 is 120. So that gets me really close to my 140, and I can just mental math. What do I have left over to have to get to my 144? I need another 24. And if at this point you're a parent and you're looking at this like, what? Hang with me for just a second and I'll show you what we're going to do with those pieces. If you're a kid looking at this and going, what? It's okay. Look at that pattern that we've been doing in the work so far. You should have 3 of these already done. And this is one of the problems from your homework tonight. Something times 6 is 24, or 24 divided by 6 is something. Well, we know 6, 12, 18, 24. 4 times 6 is 24. We also know 20 times 6 is 120. This is our partial product multiplication. It's like when we take our ones column and put them on top, and then we put our 0, and then we multiply our tens column, and then we add them together. That's exactly what this is. Tens column, ones column, usually in multiplication we have them stacked on top of each other. 120 in our tens, 24 in our ones. Our answer is 144. Now, what do we do with our 6 and with our 20 and with our 4. Our 20 is the 2 in the tens column, plus this 4 is 24. 144 divided by 6 is 24. If you want to see the long division algorithm, the same long division that we would always use, how many 6's can we pull out of this 14? 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Or 12 in our 10 spot, 120, same number. Then we're going to subtract and bring down 24. 24. How many 6's can we take out of 24? 4. 4 times 6, 24. Subtract. Our remainder is 0. 24 times 6 is 144. 144 divided by 6 is 24. And like I said, that is far cry different from the way that anybody over the age of about 12 learned any way about division. But we're trying to teach the kids that division and multiplication are related, so you can always find more than one standard way of attacking that problem.